Booger shit. So I had to make a video instead of making it short. Because I want to explain my understanding and belief in religion from the moment that I started to understand life itself. See, we all born, right? Born into this world according to the religion that you grew into or was raised into. And usually the religion that you're grown into is either going to be Christian, Muslim, Baptist, Protestant, Methodist, and so on. There's so many different groups, 4,200 to be exact. So if you're only, if you're only cognition of what you understand through religion, the religion that you're raised into, there's a difference in how you're going to see life and how you're going to understand life through that religion. Am I right or wrong? So, I guess if I was to put it this way and to explain in a sense to make sense of what I'm saying, I'm going to say it like this. Religion, as far as how I see it, every last one of them, 4,200, around the world, I see it as what the world is about to me from what I've been taught education-wise and in a psychological sense, and my mentality of what I've gained in life and what I've lost in life. I started to understand the world for what I see it as it is. And I guess it's what you call being woke or opening your eyes to what you see in life. And what you see in life could make a lot of sense as to how religion doesn't make any sense in that nowadays, today, as we get more smarter, more intelligent, more, creative with the way we want to live our lives amongst each other. There's a lot of flaws in religion, if you ask me, especially the Christian religion. Christian religion is one of the religions that I was brought up into, and Baptist. I don't understand the understanding of what these religions are trying to prove today, as far as what we see, how we see the world being ran. It's nothing to do with the devil. We the devil ourselves, and we God ourselves. That's how I put it. That's how I see it. That's how I'm going to always see it. We create the life for everybody that's living in this whole entire world, whether you live in Japan or you live in America, Russia, China, wherever. The people around you who have the most significance in life, who have the most mentality to gather life and control things, or be a control figure in life or in people's life around them, then that's the makeup of what life is going to be about for any of those people that are surrounded by that one person. Let's give you an example, Jesus. We can call superstars today, like, for example, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm not trying to, include him in, any reference to what I'm trying to prove, and I'm not trying to use his name as a proof to anything. I'm just trying to use an example. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a superstar. Anybody could be a superstar in the world, right? So the way I look at Jesus is, back in those days, he was a superstar in the sense of, how people gathered around him, followed him, and loved everything about what he was doing and understood everything that he was saying, and they would buy anything that he was selling. You understand what I'm saying? So today, Jesus don't exist. Jesus wouldn't exist. Jesus will be killed, if you ask me, because if the Christian religion explains Jesus's life as he was against money, he was against a lot of the established rules of what was around him, as far as Christianity, in how, or not Christianity, but as far as the religion that he was imposed into, as far as according to what the Bible says in Christianity, the Christian religion, it's hard to understand how we can sit here and act as if we don't know what origin of what our religion entails, and what our religion is making us understand about ourselves in this world. So if you base it on the Christianity or Christian religion, as far as what I'm talking about right now, And not to get off the point of what I'm trying to say, and if I lost you, I do apologize. But the point of what I'm trying to say is that the Christian religion has this how you said this understanding of Jesus, God, the Holy Spirit, and all of those things are conjured, I said, conjured up as, you have to follow these steps, and the steps that I've been talking about in my videos. One particular is the 10 Commandments, and how God established the 10 Commandments in the Bible. As far as what these people read in Christianity, what I used to read too myself. Sorry, but it's just that it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up. Nobody's perfect to sit here and try to say that we can be Christian and follow the Christian faith to a T. There's no way we can do that. There's no way any of us, any human being born into sin according to Christianity. We're already born into this world as sinners. So what I'm trying to say in the message that I just sent to one of the people who posted a reply or comment on my video is we're already born into sin. So according to religion, to Christianity, and being a flawed human, because you're designed perfectly, the world is perfect. The God that, according to Christianity or Christian religion, says the world was built perfect by God. And He built us perfect. But all of the flaws that amounts to us being born into sin is how you said is just distributed throughout our lives. And the same God that they're talking about in Christianity already knows you're beginning to end. It knows. So it's like, what are you trying to prove differently in the world besides being a superstar like Jesus, which is His own son? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I don't understand the whole Jesus thing. And I think Jesus, to me, if you ask me, in the Bible who Jesus was, and I'm gonna tell you that was God Himself. According to how the Bible manages Jesus's life. It doesn't say too much about what Jesus did as far as being descriptive and how you say, and very detail orientated about how Jesus lived His life. There's just so many skips and this and that. You go from one age to another age, and there's so much that could have happened between that. And they barely getting into trying to teach you, humans trying to teach you about a being that was God Himself, as far as what I know. And it's like, it's confusing as hell. It's very confusing, because it's like, I'm always sticking to the point of what I learned when I first gathered my sense of religion, through my parents and other people that were in my life at the time. And I'm gonna tell you like this: there's nothing that no one could tell me as far as the Christian part of religion about how God gave us rules, and not one of those rules are being followed today. Not one human being. Like I said, yeah, like we keep on saying, nobody's perfect, so we can't sit here and claim that, or we can't claim that we can be perfectly, we can live our life perfect towards religious aspects in a Christian sense of living by the 10 Commandments. It just won't happen. We can't, we can't, and we won't let that be. So I can't trust religion based on the fact that there's so many flaws in the religion that I grew up into. And it leads me to understand that every religion has the flaws of an imperfect human being to try to prove that there's some type of significance of a God. It's just, I don't believe it. Like I said, I see the world for what it is, how we live in it. We different race of people. We have guns and militaries that control, our peace between each other. And a prime example of a place that, in the middle of all of what's going on in the world today, Israel, the Mecca of what they say, and according to what their Bible says, or their religious aspect of how they look at it, that's the very beginning. And then you got Muslims saying they're the very beginning. So that fight, that constant fight that God already knew was going to happen, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why do we have to believe in a human-based faith when it doesn't make any sense? We fight about everything. We fight mainly on race, the skin color. We have guns mainly because of our skin color. We have guns mainly because of my religious point, your religious point. We fight over that. So, like I said in some of my videos, and I said in some of my messages that I put on abroad, social medias abroad, it's like we are in hell. And if God is trying to test us in a place that, we can't actually establish a freedom of being a human being, like being naked, not having any clothes on and living life just as is. There's so much of what we've secured ourselves into understanding our lives and living around each other. Every country has its boundaries of laws that are established to keep, people safe, like human lives safe. And what we see in Israel is one of the things that I'm never going to understand that. I never understand why there's no peace in the Middle East like we've been trying to establish. They're fighting over land. Mainly it's a religion. It's a religion that they're fighting over. And I've said that religion starts wars. There's no doubt about it. Religion starts wars. And the reason why, take case in point, look at America. The Christian faith in America is about to start a civil war because of gays and lesbians and a lifestyle that's been around since day one. So I ain't gonna say a lifestyle. I'm just gonna say it's just a human evolution, and they don't want to accept that. Now they want to try to fight about it. After all these many years, these decades, centuries. It's like, why would religion embark on creating a mass hysteria or chaos over something that they have no control over because it's just human nature? Of course, religion don't believe in science, and science doesn't equivalent religion or equate religion into how they do any kind of studies. So man is wrong on both ends, right? Man is wrong on science and man is wrong on religion. Religion is wrong on science and science is wrong on religion. Doesn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So if you watch this video, please, give me a like, subscribe to me. I'm here to make money like you making. You making money, or anybody else, and I'm trying to establish a place in my life as far as what I see and how I understand things. If you got a comment, if you want to comment, or you got a comment that you want to put on anything that I'm saying, please do. I really appreciate it. I'll answer as many comments as I possibly can. And I'll try to hold my understanding of this belief to an understanding of what you believe. I won't go against anybody or call anybody out of what they who they truly are. I respect everybody. I respect everybody's opinion. I truly do. And I don't want anybody to feel like as if I'm putting your religion or anything about your religion in this how you say it, this blasphemy a position of what I think I know. I don't know anything. I was born into this world just like everybody else. I'm not going to sit here and try to act as if I'm better than anybody. I just see the flaws in with the religion that I grew up in, and I'm pointing it out. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But the proof is in what I've experienced and what I see so far that religion does not touch. Mainly guns, mainly military. If God made us all like religion says, like Christianity says, or any religion says, there's an origin as to what God was thinking, or if we can think for a God, think about it. Us humans being God, thinking for God. Think about it. Okay, all right, there we go. That's what I understand. We are God. We, each and every last one of us born into this world, is God. And as far as a religion being taught, it's like religion needs to establish one world order, one powerful world order that everybody's going to follow. Everybody. And if that can't happen, then there's no need for religion. Just be human. Just make laws that keep us safe, keep us healthy, keep us in a position to keep progressing with each other. And that's how life should be. We all should progress together, no matter what skin color I am, or what mindset. I may be crazy, but there's places for me to go if I'm crazy, and people can establish that way of thinking. I don't think religion can establish being crazy, because it's crazy to think that the world is only 2,000 years old, and everything started 2,000 years ago, and the earth is flat, and there's nothing that above us that we can, there's nothing above us. There's no vast universe or solar system or anything up there besides what we see on Earth. And that's another point I was trying to make too, about what I say on all of my comments and posts and anything that I might have said somewhere else on the social media platforms. It's like, religion is based on what we see and do on Earth. The whole Bible only explains everything, unless the chapters that they took out comes back about aliens and all that stuff. Then it would be a different story. It would make sense. But the revisions is what I had a problem with too in religion. All these revise this, revise that, to make sense of this, to make sense of the times or whatever. No, keep it at one original text and keep it that way. That's the problem. Us gods narrating bogus shit.